Okay, I'm starting the recording here. So what is mean by system copy here, right? So we discussed about the yesterday and it was system DB refresh steps we discussed and how to perform and everything we performed, we discussed, right? So today we'll discuss about the system copy. System copy means sometimes we may get the situation like, so this is your landscape, right? Development, quality, and production, right? This is the development, quality, and production systems, right? So sometimes we may have to build the one more system by using the your existing development system or existing quality system, existing production system, right? In that case, if you build the new installation, you will get the, if you build the new installation, you will get the so new system with empty data, plain system you will get. What about the data, right? Again, you need to do the restore, refresh that we have to perform it. Instead of that, instead of that, if we perform the system copy option, which means take the backup of the your system, then then you can use the SWPM, then you can restore it on the, you can build using this backup, you can restore, you can create the one new system that is called the system copy. You can take the backup of your production system, same backup you can restore it on same, it's kind of the creating the new system. Then after that we are just second option, restore option. Two activities we are performing here. But when you are using the system copy method, then here you no need to do this one, just in a single shot. So new system will be builded by copy of the existing data also will get to the same system that we have to perform it. That is the system copy. System refresh means taking the backup, we are restoring, getting not we are restoring on the existing system. You have already existing system, just you want to data, not the one more system. Just we can restore it on the existing system. Same data you are restoring on the new system, you are, that is also system, but you are creating the new system plus restoring, that is the system copy option. So for this case, what we have to do here, what we required here. So we need SWPM and kernel files are required and the backup files are required for the perform the system copy. But because for system copy, so system copy two types. One is the homogeneous, homogeneous, homogeneous system copy. Then second one is the heterogeneous, homo and heterogeneous. Homogeneous means, so what is mean by homogeneous and heterogeneous? So I will give some information about the homogeneous and heterogeneous. So here, suppose this is your system, right? This is your source system which has the all the data, right? But this is running on the Windows and SQL Server database, right? Windows system, SQL Server database. You want to same system to be built on the non-Windows systems, Linux system. It's the same SID, same instance number. The data also should be same, but it should be in the operating system should be changed here. Then in this case, that is called the heterogeneous, heterogeneous. That is called the heterogeneous. So if your source OS, target OS, source DB, target DB. So everything both are same, both are same, both are same. That is the homogeneous. So whatever the versions I have in the source, you have to build a new system with the same copy of this one. That is called the homogeneous. Homo, same system copy method. Suppose I want to heterogeneous means I want here I have the OS Windows. I want to move all of my data, everything to the my Linux machine. This is called the OS you are changing. That is called the OS migration. This is a heterogeneous. Then you are changing the database. Here your SAP and database in the Oracle. Here you want to go for the HANA. That is called the DB migration. That is in the different OS and DB migration. So that is called the DB and OS migration you are performing. That is called the heterogeneous. That is called the heterogeneous copy. It is called the heterogeneous, right? You are changing either any one of things you are changing. Either the OS you are changing, either the DB you are changing. That is called the so migration, right? That is called the heterogeneous. So, but I don't want to change in my target. My source is the Windows, SAP, and SQL Server database. My target also should be the same. Then in this case, that is called the homogeneous. Both are same. There is a homogeneous. Heterogeneous means either any one of should be the different. That is called the hetero. Either any one means either the either any one change, either OS Windows to Linux or DB, one DB to another DB. That is called that migration. OS is changing, that is the OS migration. Then DB is changing, that is the DB is migration. But if the SAP is changing from ECC to S4HANA, that is called the S4HANA conversion. That is called the S4HANA conversions, right? So that way we have the names. Those are all are comes under the heterogeneous only. Homogeneous means both source and target should be required same here. Then what we required here? So first, whatever the source is there with the same size, you need to build the target system also, you need to build it. Then after that, target system also you need to build it. Then with the same size, same everything should be same, you have to build the target system. Once you build the target system, then what you do, softwares, what you required is here SWPM is required, then kernel files are required, and backup files are required. Backup files are required. These three are required. Why? Because so instead of exports, then you require the anyhow, you will also get the DB and a DB client automatically, you will install it. That's not a problem. But here instead of exports, you need the backup of the your source database. This database you need. Why? Because if you take the backup, you will get the all the data. That backup you can restore it on the so here. So how to do this one? How to perform this one? Let's talk about the that how to perform this activity. So you need to log into the so system like target system. Suppose like example here we are logging to the system here. Right? Here you need to log in. So here you have to take the full DB backup here. Full database backup, you need to take it out. So how to take the full DB backup? Now we know if it is the HANA system from HANA Studio, we can take it. In our case, we don't have any HANA systems here, right? We don't have any HANA systems here to take the things here, right? In this case, what we can do here, so we don't have any HANA systems in the here. So, but these two are the SQL server, right? During the migration, we can migrate from this SQL server to HANA database. We can migrate it. Now, to build these systems, first we need to create the backup. It is the SQL server, right? Then HANA, same as like SQL server also, SQL Server Studio also, we can take it the backups from HANA. How we are monitoring using the HANA Studio for the SQL Server databases. So we can monitor the SQL Server database. We can monitor the so SQL Server DB. We can monitor it. So this is the our SQL Server DB. Here we need to take the backups. First of all, backup we require, right? First of all, we need to take the backup. So right click, and we have the tasks and take the backup here, right? So we need to take the backup here. So backup I am taking here. So disk backup. So where it is writing C foreground files. So you want to write to the check what is the free space. 54 GB is there. So let me take it here. SQL Server backup. SQL backup. So HANA backup also we are taking the same, right? Using the HANA Studio. Same thing here also. You can take the backup. So here you can add the path. Just backup I'm taking here. Okay, backup I'm taking here. BAK. Some file name should be the BAK, right? So let's see. So see here, it's taking the backup now. So backup is executing. So using this backup, I can build the one more system. Using this backup, I can build the one more system. Let's see here whether any files are creating. Yes, the backup files are creating. You see here, SQL backup file is getting created here. So backup is taking, so 10% completed. So while this backup is in progress, so we can start the SWPM. We can start the SWPM, then we can see the options here, right? So SWPM, where is the SWPM? Today only I deleted all the softwares here. Today morning hours only I deleted all the softwares here. This page issues, we'll see any. Here we have the SWPM. What I can do here, just to copy. I can go to the this one. You can start it here. So it will copy the files. So while taking the backup, what I'm doing, so I'm just moving the SWPM. Why? Because SWPM is required for the system copy methods. So just taking the SWPM here. I'm not sure how much time it will take, but let's see. It's taking 4 hours. So this much of time we don't require. So what we can do here? So we have one method. I can create the shared path here. 50% completed. Just to go to the sharing. Okay. I went to the shading path here. Copy. Paste. This is a simple method, right? Almost complete. So the requirements are very important here. So this is my source. This is my source here. In the source, I am taking the backup here. Why I am taking the backup on the source means to build the new system copy method. For the system copy method, I am taking the SQL backup I have taken here. Backup. So SQL backup I am taking here. So almost 70% completed this one. So once completed, we can move the backup files. Then we can perform the preparation activities also. We can perform it, right? So we can perform the preparation activities also. I think we need kernel files also. That kernel also I will create the files, the requirements gathering. Just before the class itself, I deleted all the software. I deleted unnecessarily. Here 80% completed. Then I will go to this system, replace, completed, right? So then I will go to the same SAP Windows. We have kernel, copy, same here. I will go to the SAP softwares. I will put into the here. So what I am doing here, right? So we are taking, this is our SAP Windows, right? This is the, suppose like this is our SAP Windows system. So here I have the one NWD system is there. I want to build the new system with a copy of the same data. I want to build the new system. This is our SAP Windows 1, right? SAP Windows 1. So I want to build the, so new system I want to copy my data center. I want to move my this NWD system from this host to this server, right? This server to this server. In this case, I can take the full DB backup of my NWD then I can move to the here. I can so move to the here. In this case, what we required from the source, we required the DB backup, and the target we required the SWPM and the kernel and backup files, DB client, all this should be installed, right? Once you've done it, the target system. So what we have to do? So once you copy it, start the SWPM tool here. Okay, I'm starting the SWPM tool here. Just get the overview. What is migration? OS migration means you are changing the OS means on the target system. That is the OS migration. You are changing the DB. That is the DB migration. You are changing the SAP. Then that is called the S4 HANA migration. But that is we will call it as the S4 conversion. SAP migration. That is called the S4 migration. Okay. That is called the SAP migration. So where we are? So yeah, I think SWPM is started. Proceed. So SAP Windows. I'm just checking with the administrator. Yeah, okay, so that is done. So here, what is the backup status? Backup, yeah, backup of the NWD completed successfully. So that is fine. So where is our backup? This is the backup file. Okay, 6 GB is only created. So then go to the properties. Let me move this backup file to the same location. I will move to the same. Why? Because we need backup, right? Same location. I am moving to the here. Done. Done. Okay. So now we don't require anything in the source system, right? Nothing. Now everything is in the target system, 3390. So here the first I will copy the backup files here. So go to the SQL backup, the backup file I'm copying here. So just cut SAP softwares, just paste it here, right? So you are taking the backup also you have taken full DB backup. Then so everything is ready now, right? So whatever the your source system, same we will build the target system with the copy that one, right? So now backups, either the backup is common, either the Windows or Oracle, sorry, either the SQL Server, Oracle, HANA-DB, we know backups, everything. But here SWPM options, you can see here SWPM options. So we are just NWD means that is a NetWeaver system. NetWeaver system, SQL Server. Here what we are doing? We are doing the installations. That is for the fresh installation. That is for the installation when you are building the new system, that you are taking the installation. But here we are not building the new installations. We are doing the system copy. So source system, target system. Source system, nothing. Just we can just take the backups and everything. Just you can see the options, whatever the options here. Just export preparations, right? So then database exports. From here, using this one also, you can do the exports, right? SWPM export you can do, and same SWPM import also we can do. So same SWPM can export and you can also import it. For HANA systems, just you can take the backup, that backup you can restore it. But this is the SQL Server, right? So let's see whether the manual taking the backup will work or not. So okay, target system. So we are building the target system, right? So for HANA systems, just you can take the backup, go to the target system, standard, then you can do the installations, standard, and you can copy that one, you can copy it. That's not a problem. That will not give any problem here. So, but it's a SQL Server, right? Maybe If it's not taking this backup means, if it is not taking this backup means, what we have to do? We need to go to the source system. We need to go to the source system, means source system. We need to do the exports. We need to do the export. So how we have to do the export means export import method. Go to the SAP INST, same. So let me show you here. So select a target system based upon the SAP above, and so standard system, right? Standard system. So here it will ask the kernels, then DB backup file name. It is the HANA. So I am very sure this is the SQL server, right? So let's see what options we will get here. So backup file already copied we have. We have backup file already there. So let's see whether it will read the backup file or not. So otherwise the source system. So we have to do the exports. Yeah, it is opening in the source system as well. Simple export and import methods. These methods are available in the SWPM also. But the only thing is a small database, right? So it's very simple. But when you go to the real time biggest databases, it may take couple of hours, days also. Installations, SAP ABAP server, standard, then so installations. You selected, I guess, installation, right? So it's not the installation part. Make sure it's not the installations part. SQL server, select system copy, then source system. This is the source we are exporting it, right? Export preparation and the database instance export. So just the instant database exports we are doing. So there from studio we have taken the backup that we can restore it. But here what we are doing, so just here exporting from SWPM, same we can import it. Database exports we are doing here. The target, this is the target 3390. So okay, same installation procedure only, but it won't ask the exports, it will ask the backup files. Profile directory, so you want to export, this is this parallelly I'm doing the database exports also, okay, using the SWPM tool. So just exports. So in case manually we have taken the backup, right? What is the system? Maybe NWQ I'm building, Unicode supported, right? Different SID I'm changing here. Different host, different SID. So the source is SAP Windows. Here NWD. Here I'm building the NWQ using the same system. Where I'm using the NWQ I'm building. So same data will come to the here also. Same data will come to the here also, right? That is what I'm building here. So here FQDN is not there. Same, just click on the next button. So passwords of the administrators. So just entering the password here for export preparation purpose, right? So parallelly, I'm doing the database exports also, not only doing the, so we have already taken the backup, but this exports also, so taking in case this is not working, then parallel DB exports parallelly as through SWPM exports also I am taking. Why? Because this is SQL server. So I have already taken the full DB backup and the kernel SWPM, everything is ready in the target system, right? Just we are started the SWPM, then we are giving the inputs here. We are giving the inputs here. This is running on the target system. It is running on the SAP Windows 1. This is the SAP Windows 1 our system. SAP Windows 1. This is our target system. Our source is like here you can see the source. This is the source. In the source, so we have just taken the backup and moved to the target like. But parallelly, I am doing the DB exports also. I am taking sorry SWPM export also. I am taking database instance export also. I am taking all the database will be available here only, right? Database exports also I am taking here. How to take the exports means this is the way same SWPM system copy method source system. Then select the what is the database name. Then that will be exported, right? That is getting exported here. See here in the target system what where we are the target system. It is see here it is asking. See here target system, right? Here system copy standard system copy are using or homogeneous system copy. So MS SQL serverlet tilted. So backup and restore. You are using the backup and restore method, or so what you are trying to do here. That is what you are using. Standard system copy, migration load based or standard. So here, if you see here, what are the options here we have available here. So you can just use the backup and we can restore it. We can use the backup and we can restore it on the your target system. We can restore it here. Or if you want to use the so you want to use the this exports import method. That is the export import. Export import method means now we are doing the export method on the target, right? Export method. See here using the dedicated kernel. So use the newly downloaded archives and download. Use the dedicated kernel for system copy. So if you select this option, you have to visualize the path of the archives. If you provide this option, absolutely same kernel files you have to provide it. Let's not do that one. So just skip it out. Just so export location. You want to where is the export location? So where is the export location? You have to provide it here. So my export location is here. This I'm choosing here the this is the one. You want to stop the SAP system, not required. Default access. If you want to stop the system, your source system has some downtime, right? Just I'm skipping that exports here. So this option is for the manual export. Is option is for the here you have chosen the standard system copy method, right? That is the one. This one is for the so backup and restore method. So which means you have taken the backup, then you can just restore it on the this database. Then you can build the new system. You can build it. So same data, same you will get from here also, right? Same data, same you will get. So let's see here. What is the options here? For the first options, we are taking the, so this method we are taking this. So what is the target database type? Target database also we have the same, right? Not the different database. We are not doing the migrations, just same database. So same database, right? Just to split the str files. Then
Sir, in what scenarios we consider this system copy, sir?
so let's skip the SQL files. SQL file directory. Okay. Let me give the SQL file directory and I will answer. Okay. So what scenarios system copy means, as I told you, right? So you want to move this system to from this location to another location, right? You don't want to this Windows. You want to brand new system you have built it and SQL server you have built it. You want to move entire your NWD system from here to here and with the same SID or different SID you want to make it, but same data, whatever the data is there, you want to same data here. So that time you can use the this approach option. You can use the this approach option. You can use it, right? So this approach option, you can choose it here. This approach, you can choose it. System copy option. So
Sir, it is nothing but cloning, sir. It's a cloning only.
Yeah, it's just cloning.
Okay.
Just if you have the VMs, just you can just clone it. Just VMs, you can clone it. So we don't just, we are doing the SAP side, right? 1 minute.
I'm just comparing, sir.
So this is SAP data, right? Cloning may take time because terabytes of data, VM cloning, that is also possible option. But here the data we are moving, so only SAP data you are exporting, just importing the same data, same to same you are importing to the here. Just exporting and
I'm just comparing, sir, to
yes,
virtual.
yes, same, it's same only.
Yeah.
So just go to the exports. The target system, we have the two options, right? The two options I'm getting experience here, the two options. So parallel execution. So this many jobs are not required. 5 is enough jobs, right? Here in the target where we are. So target, it is asking the database SID. So just giving the database SID here, choosing the database here. So here we are building the new system. Here we are building, that is called the NWQ, using the source system. So export source system is called the source system export. You are building this one. In this case, I will stop this one because we have some memory issues. These many systems are there here, so I'm stopping here. So the entire data we are getting export from the database level, so it won't take that much time. So let's see. Because it's only a small database, right? So that's why it won't take much time here. So that's why I'm just exporting. For in the target kernel path, it is asking. See here, kernel it is asking. So we will provide the kernel. See that. So we have kernel, SAP software, kernel we have, select, okay. Okay, review the parameter section. So we are given the profile directory, from which system you want to export it, passwords, what is the DB SID you want to export it, then export location, then DB access and SQL server, then all these things we have provided. So then export option, we export from the scratch, not the repeat exports. So right, so if it already cancelled your some export, then we can use the repeat exports. So we are using the new export from the scratch. So system export options, we can use it here, right? So and also number of jobs, all these things are common. So just click on the OK button. Then now you can see here. So this is the DB export options which we are doing for the new system copy. So it will be completed very soon. Why? Because there less DB. So it will be completed soon. Maybe you can observe it here. This is the backup file we have given, right? See here. So this is the thing it is taking care of here. It is creating all the loads, everything will be created here. Everything will be created in the, so here, the DB. So all the things will be creating here. So almost testing the database connection, then export ABAP, running the, so export now. Now database export is running now. So these steps may take very longer time. If the database size is very huge, so it will take the very longer time for the exports. So it is running now. So it will create the str files here. It will split the str files. See here, files are creating. So these are the export files, DB export files. So these are the files are getting created in the system. str files will be created. Actual data will resides here only. The form of the str file is split into the str files. It is splitting now. Okay. So this is the first approach, right? This is using this backup. we can migrate also. We can migrate to this SQL Server database to the then HANA database also. We can do the migration. So for that one, we have to exit in the target system. HANA should be installed and HANA side. So we have to import this data to the HANA side. We can import it same way. Same way we can do that one. It is asked, right, which database you are going to export the same database. So now we are using the backup restore method. We are building the new system with the backup restore method, that is system copy method. So just selected that one. Here it won't ask the exports. Why? Because in place of export place, will ask the backups. So the source system backups. So it will ask it whether the backup is the SWPM exports or you manually taken the backup. That backups will ask us. So that one, now we choosing the second option, right? Manually taking the backup. So that option we have chosen. That one we are doing now. Processing.
For a heterogeneous system copy also we are using SWPM or SUMTOOL.
Yes, SWPM only. SUMTOOL we won't use SUMTOOL. SUMTOOL is for the DMO migrations purpose we will use that one. But SWPM we can use some export and we can use for the Linux with Linux, then Linux also we can use it. So suppose SUMTOOL is for the target is the HANA database. With a single shot we want to go for the migrations, that we can do that one. See here, number of str files are creating here. Number of str files are creating here. So these files are for exported files. The export. Here it is exporting. Same files are getting created here. See here. What is the size? Let's see the size of this one. 36 MB created now. So actual data folder. This is the data folder. Things are getting users, views, strings, all are getting exporting. So if any case system is corrupted or unable, we can build it. We can import this backups and we can build it the new system. Same way in HANA, how we did the restore, right? Same way. So we can do that one. Here it is asking the 0203. So let's build 0203 only. What is the instance number? You want to change that one. You want to enter host. So basically, what we are doing is here. Let me explain once again. We have the two methods, right? In the heterogeneous, homogeneous. So this is the approach we are following here. To repeat it, so this is the source, this is the target. So source, same kind of refresh. So we are doing, but we are not using the existing system. We are building the new system with a copy of the source export or source backup. You are using it. So two approach, you can take the SWPM exports. Then once export is done, move that exports to the target location. You can use the SWPM system copy option, target system. You can use it for building it here, right? And also one more thing is you can take the manual backup you have taken. That backup files you can move to the here. That is then for that one also you can use it one. So this is the second option which we are doing here in the systems, right? This is the second option. So while doing the second option, you can change the SID also. You can change the SID also. You can change it here. You can change the SID also. So this is already CCXE. This long back it is installed. You need administration permission. I am the administrator, right? Because our guy something already installed, I guess that is the reason. So okay, let's see. That is our exports. So here the export still running, the migration monitor. So here export is still running. So waiting 88 is 13, 3 so 8 completed, total 29 jobs. So it's completed. So if it is the long 1 terabyte means, so it will take 1 or 2 days exports. So 1 hour depends upon the DB size. So instead of that, what some people they will perform, this export may take longer time, right? In the source system, that to production. They will take the full DB backup, that backup files they will move to the target location. Then in the target location, they will perform all these activities. Why? Because we are performing export on the source. So it may create some performance issues and everything, right? So that is not the acceptable by customer. Why? Because production means, so it's a very dangerous. So why? Because production you are exporting means, so it will take it will create the impact on your performance, memory, CPUs, all will be consumed here. So to avoid this one, just we can take the full DB backup. That backup file we can move to the target location. In the target location, we can use this one. You can export and you can import it. That's it. So here it is running now. So it is running simple. Here exporting, that export import method also we can experience that one. Normally high level people, they will perform this exports and imports people, more experienced guys, system copy, migrations, all these things. So you are in the initial stage, just remember the options, what options we have, system copy, export, import method. Export means on the source, import is in the target side, you have to do that one, SWPM options. So everything is possible from the SWPM side, right? So this is the way. So once this is done, then now whatever the exports we have, same way DB backup, how we moved, same way we can move to the target location, then we can do that one. Same how we are doing in the target side, same way. Same way we can create it. Then in one phase, it will ask us to please restore the database backup. So then for that case, then we have to go to the SQL Server Studio. SQL Server Studio, then we can do the restore. We can do the restore option. Can create the database. We can do the restore option. Then we can continue. This is a manual restore method. Manual restore approach method. This is the manual restore approach. This one. So here number of database are there. Why these many databases? These all are deleted. Done. Right, we have these two are there. We are creating one more NWQ we are creating. In that case, select that NWQ, go to the task, then restore from the database, restore from the database. So here it will ask the, so here it will ask the device. So which means where the backup files are available here, where the backup files are available here. So that backup files we need to choose it here. That backup files we have to choose it here. Source type we have to choose it. Then just to restore it. That means source database backup we will restore it to the here. See here many options are there, many steps are there that we have to perform one by one. So file. So what is the, where is the file here? So our file is located here. Where is that? SQL software. Okay, it should be .bak. It should be .bak. We should change it to the .bak. Previously, we have not taken the extension. Back file. Okay. Copy. Okay, that of not complete. Family sequence number. Something is missing. While exporting, something we did wrongly. So that's why we are not given the dot back, something like that. So let's see. It will ask, right? So that times we can provide that one. And also parallelly, we are doing this export also. So which will come first. Okay, already 13 completed this exports. So you are running export on the source means, so it will create the performance issues. So client customer, sometimes customer, you won't accept this type of performance issues. You are running on the production system. So that time we have only one option, taking the backup and restoring it on the, taking the backup and restore on the, so restore, build the new system, you can restore it. That is the one option we can take it out. Backup files, we can restore it. That is the option. So if the non-production systems, then customer agree, so then we can perform it. If the customer won't agree, then in that case, so we have to do this option only. Okay, so this is the way. System copy may take some time, so we have to wait. But you don't worry about this one. Why? Because it's required the more experienced persons. They will do this back system copy, migrations and everything. Who are already familiar in the SAP, who are already more than 10, 20, 10, 12 year experience persons, they will do this database exports and import methods. Okay. For your case, just to try to understand what is happening, what options we have, is it possible or not? Yeah, this is the way. Okay. So let's complete this one. Then we can see what are the files are getting created. So all these things we can see. Okay, still running this one. You guys are okay? Any questions from anyone? Let me pause. So, in case something you want to check in the logs level, you can go to the installation directory, here MSS and copy, then exports, here above exports, here you can see the export files, log files, all the log files here you can monitor it. Export CDs, export monitor, export monitor does command, export state, log files. So what is happening that exports? So all these things we can monitor it. So unloading the from export package. So unloading, loading, 3 out of running 3, waiting 2, nothing is failed, unloading. So everything is getting loading to the our system level, everything is getting loaded here, right? So here, so export state dot properties files. So here, suppose in this step this is failed. If you put the plus, that is class, that is, so that is changed here. That is changed. So like that we can change. We can skip the some steps also. Export state, export monitor. So log. So export monitor dot this one. So how many jobs are running here? All are related to the exports only. Here we can see, or here also we can monitor it here. Here also we can monitor it. This is the source where we are in the target side. Target side where we are. So it's running the procedures. See here, so the procedures are running here in the target side still. Creating the procedures, then specific actions, all these things are getting loaded in the database level. So it's running. Backup restore method is running in the target side. So however, the first method export we are taking care. Sometimes you may ask you to take the exports. This is the way we have to take the SWPM exports and everything. Okay, so this may take times, multiple times, several times. Okay, this is the way. Any questions here? So tomorrow we'll see this experience, like we have exported, right? So we'll see the import option. Once this export is completed, we'll see the import option tomorrow. And SDA also we will finish tomorrow. We'll complete SDA also tomorrow class. Okay, so we'll export that one. And once this is done, tomorrow we'll continue the. So this is also, this may completed, you know, already. But because so SWPM, the same as like installation, it is doing. Once everything is completed, it will be completed. It will build the new system. Tomorrow, what we will do? Yes, on SWPM we exported, right? So then same this method, once it is exported, this method we will do the import on the target system we will do SWPM. This is the SWPM export import method. So now the method which we are trying is the backup, manual backup, and taking the backup using SWPM. So we are building the new system. It is a system copy method. So two approaches we have. In that one approach we are doing here. Second approach, the export is running. Once that is done, then we can do that one. Maybe it may take some while to create that one. So we'll do tomorrow. Okay.